Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can see today we've got the demo board, which is looking very full and very different because I've now got sort of homemade panel. As you can see, it's made from just a double light switch and it's just all wired up inside to work, but I haven't got the relay yet, so it doesn't work how I want it to work. I just need to add the relay in at some point. But what I'll do is I'll show you inside the panel, so I'll just pause the video quickly and I'll show you in there. So here is inside the panel, and as you can see it's quite jumbled up, but it's not that complicated. So as you can see we've got a wago at the back. That's just for the neutrals because we're not really doing anything. The neutral just literally connects directly to the sounder pretty much, although through my dodgy tone changer, which I'll show you in a minute. But the way it works basically is that's our live in. It goes out, ignore the wire connector I cut through the cable. It goes out to the cool point, back, well, out to the cool point loops. I've got two cool points. Comes back, loops back in into this green and yellow wire here, which goes straight into the silent switch. So this is the reset switch and this is the silent switch. Where power comes in, goes to the cool point, comes back through the cool point, through the green and yellow, and then it goes out to the sounder through the silent switch. And then it goes to the sounder, and then I'll cruise the loop. So that's basically all it is really, and as you can see there is no relay. I think, from what I've got, I need a relay on the output going to the sounder. Wait, no. On the input of the sounder, because then when I reset it, yeah, I think I'll work it out. I'll have to speak to some fellow community members to work out how to do that, but I'll get there. So that is inside the panel. It's not that confusing. If I do get a detector, it will just sort of loop off the cool points, but basically the way it is just wired like a normal thing. And this earth cable here is actually for future proofing, because I plan on getting an ESP cord in it. It has an LED and I think I need neutral to go to it, so that would just be a neutral basically, because this blue and brown are both lives. They're just live in and live out. It goes back to the cool point, which goes into the panel. And then obviously I'd have to bring an extra wire to bring a neutral, but I left it there because I'll probably need it in the future. So yeah, that's sort of how the system works, and I'll screw the front of the panel back on and be right back. So that's the panel screwed back together. So we have still got the switch as the second cool point, but eventually the ESP will be here. But I ideally want to keep the switch on. I might be able to sort of screw it onto these sticky outy bits because it has all moved around. The sounder has moved up near the end because this switch here used to be there, and I put another back box on. But this switch used to be there, and I moved it to there, and then the cool point moved along, and that moved along, and I ended up getting these sticky outy bits at the end, which I should probably be able to fit another back box onto, so I might be able to squeeze something else on the end. But yeah, so we'll start with the sort of switch cool point thing. Now, this is on continuous, and I'll show you my dodgy tone changing system in a minute. So, press it or turn it on, silence it. Oh, I want to put my key in it then, and then normally resetting it would switch off the relay, but there isn't a relay there because if I unsilenced it, I can still just do this, and when I reset the company it'll stop. So it's not finished yet, but that's how I'd reset it, because that's basically just switching down to the whole thing. So yeah, and there's also going to be an LED here to indicate a fire condition. So next we'll do the cool point. I will press it, silence it. It's actually, the silence is quite handy. Reset that, reset the system, and yeah, that is pretty much it. I will show you my dodgy tone changer on the back. It's as you can see, it's quite busy on the back. This connector block's just so I can extend it, the cables. But basically the way it works is I have the brown cable coming out of these two connector blocks here goes to the continuous terminal, and the blue one goes to the sweep. So I can literally, and that's the main neutral coming out to the sounder, which is literally disconnected to there. I don't really need to, I could just take that off, but it looks nicer. So if I move that in here, then I've just switched the wire to the other side of the connector block, which should mean it's now on the switch yet. So that is my tone changer. I'll do the cool point again. So yeah, that is my tone changer and the whole system. This case is getting a bit dodgy. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this system test. It's a bit more interesting now I've got the panel, I guess. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.